This is PlayStation Plus or Minus for December 2017, and in this video we're going to be talking about the remaining PS Plus free games, Kung Fu Panda Showdown of Legendary Legends on PS4, and Forma 8 on the Vita. So, on this series, I like to try and approach these PS Plus games from as unique of an angle as I can find. Most of the time that means just skipping the part that's in most reviews that involves summarizing all of the content of the game. The game is this genre, it's got X, Y, and Z features, it's about this long, etc. And in addition to this, I try and focus on the aspects of the game that fail or succeed in interesting ways. Like, okay, duh, the story in Strike Vector EX is bad. I mean, no shit. There's not much interesting to talk about there. But the gameplay is also pretty bad, but in a more interesting way, because they actually tried to make something different and just failed. I feel like I'm wasting mine and your time by listing off all the perfectly average features of every game. That kind of review is boring to write, perform, and edit, so I just don't do it. Now, I don't always succeed with this. Some games I haven't really given a fair shot. For instance, that streak of story-based adventure and text games that I kind of just stopped caring about. Other games just don't give me anything to work with. There's not really a whole lot to say about some of these twin-stick shooters we've gotten. And thus is my conundrum, trying to find a unique take on Kung Fu Panda Showdown of Legendary Legends. A garbage Smash Bros. Ripoff, movie tie-in, furry-inspiring mess of a game. But not even the good kind of mess like Darksiders 2, where there's clearly some amount of effort and ambition behind it, but it just fails on so many levels. Kung Fu Smash Panda is just lazy and hollow. There is nothing to talk about with this game that you can't see from the footage. Look at it, drink it in. What you see is what you get. Smash Bros. Panda Fu definitely gets a minus. Don't bother playing it. There's literally nothing else interesting to say about this game. But before I move on to Forma 8, can someone tell me, were these movies any good? I saw 1 and 2 and I remember liking them, but did people like them? I have absolutely no memory of anything that happened in either movie except for a fight on a bridge and a duck with guns? Guns, I think? Anyway, moving on. Last up for this month is Forma 8. So here's the thing with Metroidvania games. I've played quite a few in my day, and I often feel like the things that sometimes bug me about Metroidvanias are the very same things that some fans of the genre love. Things like long travel times and backtracking, an inexact map or no map at all, and at best a vague sense of direction. These are all features that I don't necessarily dislike, but a lot of the time I think they're poorly implemented. The 3 things I mentioned, long travel times, bad maps, and vague directions, are all things that, if done wrong, waste my time with unnecessary padding. But they're tolerable as long as there's some inherent fun to be found in moving from place to place. Stuff like the speed booster and the hard-to-master wall jump, these make getting around in 2D Metroids a lot less monotonous, and this is the main issue I have with Forma 8, and this is, I think, the big problem with a player avatar that can freely fly from the very start of the game. It made exploration boring in Child of Light, Aquaria, Song of the Deep, and I never played Owlboy, but this is kind of the reason I never got around to it. And here in Forma 8, it infects every aspect of the game and makes it a chore to play. Like I said before, a system of movement that is fun in and of itself makes a lot of my issues with Metroidvania games disappear. Slowly floating around is not a fun movement system. In fact, it might be the least fun movement system that exists. The mere act of going from place to place, which is like 80% of the game, is rendered painfully boring by this one simple design choice. I mean, just rewatching this footage makes me impatient. To me, the best way to block a player's forward path in a good Metroid game are things that give the player new powers, but also interesting challenges using those new powers. The Ice Beam in Metroid Zero Mission is maybe my favorite example of this, where soon after you get it, you need to use it to freeze enemies to use as platforms to get to another area. Forma 8 never gets to this level, and in fact most of what I played was spent activating switches, finding keys, and blowing up walls. And okay, I really don't want to keep being overly negative, but why are these walls even here? My bombs are unlimited, the blocks are clearly the destructible kind, and there's obviously a path back there. Why even make me put a bomb on them? I mean, you're just wasting my time at this point. I mean, there's no challenge here, no sense of exploration or mystery because there's obviously a path back there. Why? Look, Forma 8 means well, and it comes in a surprisingly aesthetically appealing package, but inside the package, there's just not much going on here. If looking nice and being a functional game are all you need, then by all means give Forma 8 a try. But to me, Forma 8 is a bad example of the Metroidvania genre, and a lot of it stems from this choice to give the player the ability to fly unrestricted for the entire game. Forma 8 gets a minus. So that wraps up this month, and sadly, we're left with all 3 minuses. Not really the best month to end the year on, but hey, ain't that just the way? 2017 has been a tough year for a lot of people for a lot of reasons, myself included. So I just want to thank everyone who subscribed and watched my videos since I started this series all the way back in February. I've made a lot of different videos that I'm really proud of, and I want to keep making stuff that's fun for me to make and hopefully fun for you all to watch. I'll definitely be continuing PlayStation Plus or Minus for the foreseeable future, and there will be some more edited gameplay videos like Vanilla Adventures, and hopefully some more analysis and review videos. And the podcast will be coming back on a more regular basis eventually. Anyway, you know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, etc., do the YouTube things, and I'll see you all in 2018. Thanks for watching.